Today, we are going to tackle something that I think we all struggle with in this crazy, information overloaded world. How do you read faster but actually remember what you read? We're going to break down 3 really simple but honestly powerful techniques that can totally change the game for you.
So let's be real for a second. Have you ever gotten to the end of a page, maybe even a whole chapter, and you have that sinking feeling? You realize you have absolutely no idea what you just read? Your eyes moved, for sure, but your brain was just not there. It's super frustrating, and that's exactly what we're here to fix.
But what if I told you the answer isn't to just try harder? It's not about forcing it. The big idea here is that it's about reading smarter. A couple of small shifts in your technique can make a world of difference, turning reading from a chore into a superpower.
Okay, let's dive right into our very first hack. This one is all about jacking up your speed. It's called the visual guide method.
You know, this quote really gets to the core of the problem. Here's a little secret. Your eyes aren't as smooth as you think. They don't just glide across the page. They jump, they wander, and they constantly skip back to reread words. It's a habit called backskipping, and it kills your speed. This first hack is designed to stop that dead in its track.
So what's the solution? It's surprisingly simple. It's called a pacer. And you don't need any fancy gadget for this. You probably have one with you right now. It can be a pen, a pencil, or even just your finger. The whole point is to give your eyes a moving target to follow. It forces them to stay focused and build momentum.
And look how easy this is. Step 1, just grab your pacer. Step 2, slide it smoothly under the line of text as you read. But Step 3 is the real magic. You have to move it just a little bit faster than your normal, comfortable reading speed. This creates this gentle pull that drags your eyes forward and stops them from getting lazy and jumping back.
All right, on to hack number 2. We've talked about speed, but hey, speed is totally useless if none of it sticks, right? This next one, the rule of 2, is all about making sure you actually remember what you read.
Remember every book you read? That sounds like a pretty bold claim, doesn't it? But the logic behind it is rock solid. It's all about fighting against what we call passive reading. That's when your eyes are doing the work, but your brain is checked out. And this is the key difference you gotta understand. Reading is a passive activity, but learning is an active one. If you really want to lock something in your memory, you have to do something with it. This hack forces your brain to wake up and pay attention. It's like sending a little signal that says, hey, this is important, save this file. And this whole powerful system, it really just boils down to one simple, elegant number: 2.
So here's how the rule of 2 actually works. After you finish a chapter, you do 2 things. First, you force yourself to write down the 2 biggest, most important ideas. That makes you process the info. Second, you go find one person, anyone, and tell them one of those things you learned. They say the best way to learn something is to teach it. And it's so true. If you can explain it simply, you own it.
Okay, let's get to our third and final hack. This one is all about efficiency. It's like the 80-20 rule for your eyes, and it cuts out a massive amount of wasted effort you probably don't even know you're making. Now, this might sound a little weird, but you are literally wasting your time reading nothing. Think about it. When you read a line, your eyes travel all the way from the first word to the very last, but a big chunk of that time is spent just scanning the empty white space in the margins. Just look at the difference here. On the left, that's the long, inefficient trip our eyes normally take. But on the right, that's the goal. You focus only on the center chunk of the text. And here's the cool part. Your peripheral vision is way more powerful than you think. It can actually pick up the words on the sides without you looking right at them. This shaves off so much wasted movement from every single line you read.
So, how do you actually train yourself to do this? Well, here's a brilliant little exercise. Just take any book and a pencil. Draw 2 light vertical lines, about 1 inch from each margin. Then, when you read, you force your eyes to stay between those lines. It's going to feel strange at first, for sure, but you'll be shocked at how quickly your brain just gets it.
So you put these 3 things together, speed, retention, and efficiency, and you've got a brand new toolkit for reading. Let's just do a super quick recap so it's fresh in your mind. First, use a pacer to keep your eyes on track and build your speed. Second, use the rule of 2 to turn reading into learning and actually make the information stick. And third, use your peripheral vision to stop reading the margins and become way more efficient.
And that brings us to the real question, right? Because knowing this stuff is one thing, but actually doing it is what matters. So which one of these are you going to try first? Don't try to do them all at once. Just pick one, give it a shot today, and start reading smarter.